Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are gonna make a quick video. It's gonna be me talking over the POV from my stream of the race to world first, where we got the #1 world first T5 TBC Classic. We were about 59 seconds before Beef Bar, and we were falling behind them more and more in TK, but we managed to push through and basically get the win on the last boss. They even pulled before us, guys. Just really quick before we dive straight in, I recently, just a few minutes ago, made a Discord server that's going to be linked down in the description below. And also remember to like and subscribe the video if you enjoy this kind of things. It's going to be a very rough video here. I am going to do a melee T5 guide for all my fellow enhancers and the melees in the world out there. It's also going to be some more content to come, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. I'll see you in there. Welcome to Fireman. But yeah, okay, let's start the run. So this is just zoning in. We again, obviously I should have popped my flask. It's a big yikes. It was basically because, dude, fuck Gehennas. Gehennas is dead. It's already dead, dude. It was like at 34%. Whenever it hits 30, it's gone. It's gonna be like less than 10%. I guarantee it. It's been the story with all guilds or all realms that hit like yeah, because it's been like, yeah, it was like 40% 2 months ago, right? It's just getting worse and worse. So feel bad. But yeah, so right there we spent a lot of time. Weasel and Cuba died because Weasel didn't use Slowfall. So now we have to wait for Cuba to get rest because he was in the water and that spawns fish. So we had to do that. There we get ready to go and we run across. We do spend a lot of time just memeing. We thought we were waiting for one more person who was already there. So basically right now we should start fishing. 250, we should have started fishing. Like everyone has all consumes and there we start. Yeah, so it's like 20 seconds lost easily. And this is going to be like a repeating thing, where we have too much time between the pulls. Some of the fault there is we just not is basically us griefing ourselves because we like we're chatting about things and we're not like pushing, and like that's fine. We definitely wanted to play it safe because it's race. It's all about consistency. Like, don't die and we're good. Here sweeps. I think he got spouted. Yes, and that should be in the POV of Tatsu. I'm not gonna pull it up. But yeah, he's our Shadow Priest. He got spouted. Don't really know why. That should never happen. But yeah, shit happens. Puzzleicious, welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. I hope you enjoy your stay. We are doing a quick run through our world first race. I'm mostly going to be focusing on me and what I could have done better. On Lurker, with no flask, I did get the second best Lurker. The best one though did pretty good. I don't know how hard a flask would change that, but he definitely played better than me. Do you think skipping the boiling water would be best for most decent guilds? So it would kind of depend, because like for clearing SCC, yes, I think so. Or no, actually, I'm joking, because we need Slowfall to not spawn fish. So if everyone has engineering or is a priest or a mage, then yes.
Or I guess one. No, you can slow fall others, right? That's retail, I think. But the problem is to get validated logs for speedruns and whatever. There's so much trash required that yeah, like there's no reason to skip it unless you really unless you like don't even care about it at all. So here, like for some reason, the rest of the raid is kind of slow here. I'm in front because I pressed W like a Chad. Mr. Space, lol, our casual guild wiped 3 times on this ring. Yeah. Around the Rosie boss. Wait, to spout or what? But yeah, so now we had some downtime before we pulled. Like we missed the window here to pull the Colossus. For some reason, people are stopping. They should be running forward to this. That shouldn't have been pulled, but makes no difference because we have AFK time anyways. So here we are gonna kill this, then move straight into. This is nothing big. So melee here, which we didn't do. What we should do here is at about 5%, we should run away from the Colossus, because he can spawn like this super big, hard-hitting poison pool around him, which you don't want to be caught in. So right now we should have moved just in case we got lucky, and we go straight for the boss here. Yeah, the spout. Yeah. It sucks. So yeah, nothing big here. My totems are out of range, so I renew them there. I could have done that faster, which makes me not play optimally as an enhance, but I guess that's fine. If we had lost and didn't use on Lurker, we would have had it here, and we would have been able to kill it here and not transition it. So here we transition it, we just blast it now. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Like, we have assigned who banishes what, everything gets banished. It's yeah, pretty easy for us. We've done this so many times right now. For other guilds, I would like it's gonna take the time it takes to get everything sorted. But a good like assignment sheet can definitely carry her, so that all the warlocks know what to banish, and for them to fully focus on that before anything else. So you would normally have to transition it back to the frost or water side. But then you could either just kill the ads that we had and banish the new ones, or just keep the ones that we had banished and kill the new ones. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, so here we get pretty lucky with the Colossus pathing to the right here, which is actually perfect. So we just run across, we hug the left side because it might like pull on us, but it's not gonna come to us because this is evading for him. He won't. He might get up here, but like down here he won't reach us. So here we summon the hunter that did the skip pull. We run into this. Normal guild, like we decided here to just blast this pack all the time. We practice it enough. But normally, whenever you have the phantom witches, I think, yeah. So the crosshair and also the one that's that skull, definitely shamans in melee groups or tank groups, they should definitely use grounding totem because they can mind control. But because we don't AoE these packs, we single target. We just blast it instead. But if we went for a more AoE heavy strat, which will be the thing in the future with speedruns, because of threats or because of requirements for speedruns, we are gonna see groundings and AoEing instead. So here we just pulled the next pack into the murlocs. Banbo, our hunter, is gonna pull murlocs into us as much as we can. There's nothing really much to talk about here. I definitely could have played Trash better with using cooldowns and stuff, but and I could have pushed damage a lot, but I tried to. I would rather have 500 less DPS and survive than for the raid having to spend time rebuffing me and everything. So here we're gonna walk right, pull the last pack, nuke this down. We obviously, whenever there's what's it called? Whenever we have, oh my god, I literally, isn't there any? Yeah, so at least there's the mobs that heal. We always target them for single targets, even though we AoE as much as possible. But whenever they start to heal, we focus on nuking the tranquility caster, because the healing is pretty big, and that is always gonna happen when the mob hits 50%. Yeah, so here we are gonna get ready. A thing that might help you guys out is all the shamans except for the one in group 2. I think there's a hunter there. We all use frost resistance neck, like the buff, the buffing neck for frost resistance. So we are gonna stack up. We're gonna pop the neck, and you can see I queued up my next neck. I didn't get it off in time before we pulled, but that's okay. But the buff is 5 minutes, and it takes a few K off of the healers, makes it like more manageable, especially if there's a lot of chaos and stuff. Me swapping neck would normally make me drop the buff on myself, but my group would still keep it. And this is unique to the resistance armor, like the 5-minute buffs. If I do this with like crit or anything, the buff would be gone for the entire group, because this counts as a buff, a 5-minute buff, while the crit and the stat snack and everything, and for the casters, you all know which ones you have, that counts as a buff on myself and then an aura to my party. So there's like a technical or a mechanical difference there. Yeah, so here I'm in tank group, so I just pop Lust straight away. We are just gonna blast this. As a melee here, I just fully focus on pumping Margrim. Yeah, there's not much else going on here, to be honest. It's just blasting and trying to min-max my DPS. However, whenever the murlocs come, we are gonna see all casters, everyone who can AoE, go over to AoEing, while the paladin is kiting the murlocs around. We also have yeah, so here you can see 2 Earthbind totems down, and we have 1 on the other side to pre-slow into the trap. And then we have 3 traps in a row, I think. And then the paladin is gonna pick up this first. The reason we don't, I'm not too sure, but we move it up here, so this pack is gonna come first, so the paladin can pick that up with the consecrate, then move over, and then come back and kite it around the raid. The Murlocs doesn't do any AoE, and because the tank has had gotten time on both packs, like individually or both sides, the threat shouldn't be an issue. We are then gonna see all the caster groups pop Lust, and they're gonna focus the Warlocks, or the Murlocs, I mean. And while we're doing that, I'm still focusing the boss, but I'm twisting my fire totems into the Murlocs to help the raid with that. So I'm gonna twist Fire Nova and Magma Totem whenever possible. Like it's a super minor difference. That's never gonna wipe or prevent the wipe, or it's for us. It's just about pushing it a bit more. I guess I maybe could. Oh, dude. I was thinking maybe I should move my camera, but it's literally the same face sitting in the same spot on YouTube as well. So I think it's fine. But yeah, one thing that I will say, we didn't get the murloc pack before 50%, which is unusual. Usually, depending on DPS. Yeah. Did you run a fire res lock on KT, or was it not worth? I do think we had a fire res warlock. I think, actually, I can just check logs. Hello. Actually, I need to find the logs. Yeah, I think you have to. I think you really just have to use it. I could be wrong, but I really think we did it. I will double check it though. We're gonna have some Colossus, so I'm just gonna mention this real fast. On this pack, because there's one more mob compared to the other pack with the Phantom Witches, we are bringing 2 shamans into the melee group for double grounding totem for the mind controls. And because there's one more add, we are gonna AoE. And because of the AoE, we do need the double grounding in a tank group, or a tank and a melee group. Yeah, I'll find the logs while we keep watching here. Okay, fast. Okay, let's see. Hello. Why can't I see the gear? For some reason I can't find it in the thing. But I really think we went fire res. I'm not 100%, but it would definitely be the play. Yeah, so here we are killing this. We get Quake, which is fine. Caster's max range. We just stand in it. We are gonna drag it behind us in case it's the poison pool. Yeah, this was a bit Pepega. I was running for the next mob, but then it was called that we had the small ads spawning, which is random. If it's that or another thing or nothing at all. Now that we kill the 2 Colossuses, we are gonna do the boss. This is basically a tank and spank. Just play within the mechanics. We're gonna kill Skull into Cross. We're not gonna touch the ads. It doesn't matter. We are always gonna swap to a Spitfire Totem. While we're doing this, and if you see the minimap on the other end, we have a tank tanking the caster mob, which the casters are now swapping to, killing that off, while melee stays on boss. I don't know if that's feasible for other like casual or normal guilds to do. But while we're doing this, we are super fucking mindful of not hitting 75%. That's happened before. So here I stopped DPS, even though it was at like 78, just to make sure. We fucked it up once on PTR. The boss like 2 shots the tank. There's no way to heal it. You'll never survive. It's gonna clap you if you don't kill all the ads, like the big ads. If you don't kill them and the boss hits 75%, he's gonna enrage and utterly clap you guys. So I think to keep in mind. Yeah, so here we're gonna we have to wait for the right side path there. We have a hunter skip going again. We did summon the hunter so that if he can, he can take the summon, run in here and then feign instead of, I would assume that that's his play, so that he can do that instead of us having to summon him later. Here we all stack on the shield bearers. They will charge. Yeah, just stack up everyone super close. So we stack here. Melee will focus water elemental totems. Like it wouldn't be a problem to AoE down the water elementals. The problem would be the threat on them. So we have no way of getting snap threats to the paladin tank who's doing the AoE. So we save it pretty much. Here we have we sheep skull because it can be fire, which can hurt a lot with the rain of fire. So we bop a mage, run it in, sheep the nether mage, and we kill it last. It's yeah. So this rain of fire hits for a shit ton. So we just play it super safe there. Here it's gonna be the exact same thing. We're gonna sheep this, bop the mage. We are LOSing because of the shield bearers. We don't want to get charged. Again, focusing water elemental. And this is just gonna be a solid kill again. We get arcane here, which is fine. So this could have been killed with the pack, but we don't know which school it's gonna be. Yeah, on Leo we are just gonna nuke down the ads one by one. Melee stays out until we see Mind Blast from at least 2. We saw 2 on cross and square, and then I go in. So I played it as safe as I basically had to there. So this is basically, up until now, it's just a basic fight. We get the whirlwind. Healers, just be very mindful of the dot. Like that's the real threat in the whirlwind, the dot that everyone gets. We have good enough output for all the melees to just follow the boss, and healers should always keep us up. But that was definitely something that we sometimes struggled with on PTR. Like people being a bit too greedy, like whenever, yeah. So be mindful. Like it's so much better to play it safe than to risk it. So whenever he goes into demon phase, we pop lusts and we go full pump. This is where we gonna blast our load, and just before he transitions, everyone stops DPS because the threat resets as well. Here I have to water walk our next skipper, which is the raid lead. So he's gonna move up to the next skip while we finish off the boss. So now we have again the warlock tank tanking the demon, while everyone else focuses the human form. We get him down pretty neatly. Note that it was pretty clean. I definitely could have utilized my cooldowns a bit better. I did pop trinket and potion at the ads at the start and not drum, because I wanted to hold it for the lust phase. But 2 minutes elapsed, so I would have had drums up again anyways. So I should have used everything at start and everything at the demon phase. So for all of you guys in chats that have 2 minute cooldowns, especially, yeah, I would assume you'll have both or cooldowns for everything, or for both phases. So here I am as an enhance. I'm the only one doing this, but the neck I'm running is the 10 stat party buff neck. I'll pull it up right here. I have the no. Wait, I'll check the name. But yeah, so the reason I'm doing that, we are just now doing next skip. I might do a video about the skips that we run. I am gonna get the Hunter's POV, who's doing most of the skips, especially in TK. And and sort of just show them off. It's pretty cool. They spent a lot of time figuring out how to do it fast and optimally, and we had to practice the timing for when we were coming and when the raid was coming and when he should pull in relation to that. So now we're just gonna go up to Vashj. Wait, let me check the neck. I think I banked it, yeah. So it is the Embrace of the Dawn. So the reason I wear this, it obviously has some stam, which is really nice, more than my Worgen neck. It has MP5, which is like fine, it doesn't matter, it's okay. The thing is, 10 stats for all my boys is pretty decent. It maybe wasn't worth, actually. But it's also 10 stamina, so it gives like me 37 stamina and everyone else more stamina. So it's like a nice bonus. This is safer than not using it. And also for this neck, this is basically this. It's one hit difference, and as Enhanced, like I'm way overcapped on hit. I basically like I would assume this is like 28, 27 maybe % hit on top of being resto and getting 10 hit. So I'm pretty hit overcapped. Like it doesn't hurt, but the hit isn't worth too much. So the 42 APN and the Agi is not that big for me. Like it's nice, but yeah, I at least went with the 10 stats to help the team. Yeah, so now we summon a Paladin who did a pull to get us through the 3 Colossuses, and the Warlock that did the pull up to Vashj. We're here just gonna blow most cooldowns, not Lust. It's still on cooldown. We wouldn't use it even if it was up. We are just gonna DPS it and pop it down as far as we can. This is a pretty easy phase for most guilds, as long as you like know like all. So there you could see ghosting, getting hit by the multi-shot. As long as Kael'thas casters, as long as you don't die, get one shot by the multi-shot, it's fine. But if you do get one shot, you really need to get some stun. So here we drag the boss to get a bit more DPS. We got 1%. Was it worth? It makes no difference. But I guess the reasoning was like, why not? Yeah, so this is an easy phase for us. We've done this so many times. We have everything pre-planned. Melee is going Naga. We have assigned people for the Tainted Cores and the Water Elementals. Melee will also, whenever the Water Elementals step into the inner circle, like the inner ring here, they also need to help out. So here I'm weaving in between the purple thing that comes down, which is the Take for Fair. Perfect weaving, of course. I am gonna fail that later, but no one's gonna see that. And whenever the Naga is back, I go back to that. We of course have the Strider being kited by an Elemental Shaman, and the casters, every casters that doesn't have to help with Water Elementals at the moment, is gonna nuke the Strider. So we use stuns. Like I saw some guilds after our run, like during the night. I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up watching streams. A lot of guilds were looking at our run, and sorry, for some reason they spent a lot of time talking about like we used so many stuns and so many nets. We used like the engineering nets to boot it, right? It doesn't matter. The only difference that makes is that the Ellie Shaman can stand still and cast more. So it's only threats. Like yeah, and especially with the rooting, as a casual guild that has enough time to build some threats and not be impatient, please don't root. Because if melee goes into help, they're gonna get clapped. But the Hodges is, like, Hodge stunning is of course just pretty nice for everyone. So there I get fair. I feel the thing. So the big thing here, we only have one orb left we need to do. We have one Strider up, one Naga. Next Strider is coming in 20 seconds. Next Naga is in about 40. So please, to everyone listening, before you transition into phase 3, phase 2 should be okay. There's no stress. At least we and many other guilds have the damage to keep killing elites and striders and the elementals that spawn. We could literally do this for hours. No joke. So please don't rush into phase 3. Phase 3 is the hardest and most punishing fights probably in the entire SCC and TK. Please don't rush this. Take your time. Get the good, nice timing. You 100% need a Strider to be dead. If the elite is not dead, it's okay, but you definitely want it to be really close to. So get as close to a perfect transition as you can. Hope, like, you really should have both dead. If not, the Strider has to be dead. If the elite is up at like 70% HP, and as long as you're not getting overwhelmed, I would probably wait another rotation of both adds. But what you really don't want is the Strider and the elite on high HP. If it's like 30-20%, that's fine. You pop cooldowns. This is where we blast everything, because we need to go through phase 3 as fast as possible. Because even we on PTR, we wiped a lot on it. It's super fucking hard. So for our run, this was, if we fucked up somewhere, this would be it. But we get a nice timing here. We have one orb left. We know we're gonna kill the Strider. The elite is pretty irrelevant at this point in time. And there, everything is dead. We immediately transition it. Everyone blows everything right now. Like, this is it. If we somehow fuck this up, obviously, with the 1 minute difference, it would have been lost, right? We would have gotten second if we didn't wipe again. But we really assumed that if we wiped on Vashj, the race would be done. Horsemancle, welcome to the stream, and hello, welcome. Yeah, so I do want to talk about phase 3 from a melee point of view, because I think a lot of melees are really gonna struggle when it comes to phase 3. So we start off by blowing everything, as I said. There we go. I jump into Lust, into Trinket and everything. I just do my normal rotation. I did flask, or I did use a potion. For non-speedrun guilds, I would be very careful with that. Where is it? So this here, on the right side, just below the Super Sapper, this is a lap. A living action potion. Please, bring this melee. It's gonna save you so many fucking times. Unless you have super fucking Pog Holy Paladins in the chat, of course. That's gonna immediately freedom you. Like, if they're 1 second off the freedom, like, you could probably die. So please bring Living Action Potion. Have it conveniently binded. Only for phase 3 of Vashj. Like, I would literally take away my Earth Shock and only use Flame Shock on my keybinds to have Lap there instead. I'm not even joking. It's gonna immediately take the root away, and so that if you get the poison, you can just run out. You need to be really fucking fast. Yeah, it's really punishing for melee, this fight. So Cornell just died. I don't know why. Maybe he got... yeah, I actually don't know. But he probably took some damage from something, and then he got multi-shotted. And then you're dead. So he could have used a health stone. I don't know if he did. But it's something to... Ooh! Nice. Yeah. Alexander griefing, of course. As per usual. So I do die here. Vashj is pretty low. We have everyone else alive. I could have here used Ankh into a Hearthstone and be safe to just run straight out of the puddle. But we deem it not worthy. It's not it wouldn't change anything except for the 3 seconds of like rebuffing me and stuff. So I just hold the cooldown and wait for better use, which will come into play in TK. I could have used it, and it would have saved us a bit more time than it would have here. But yeah, so please use Lapse. And hello Kia, by the way. Yeah, so that's basically SCC. Not too hard. Here I noticed that I didn't use Flask, because I redid all my consumes. Hello. I will say, and this has definitely been pointed out to me, we were not supposed to stream this. I really doubt it made any difference, but it's a principle. So I shouldn't have streamed like where we hearthed to and like our transition from SCC into TK. There was one guy griefing us, and we are going to see church vibes here die. Shit happens. It wasn't... I heard Polly from Salbakers got pretty hard griefed, because he, for some reason, clicked release, and then he got camped at the graveyard, or the summoning stone, for quite a while. So Salbakers actually got the world first 24-man LR. Poggers in the chat. Unholy Army of One. Thanks for the follow, man, and welcome to the stream. But yeah, so here we obviously do boots. You don't have to use boots, but we use a cloaking device into Invis potion. It's a pretty nice skip. Like, you can't do it in speedruns because again, trash requirements. But I think a lot of the skips that we did was pretty fun for us, or it at least was pretty fun for me. It feels good when we get it going, and the first skip, usually someone fucks it up. Usually someone like clicks a mana potion instead of Invis. Ooh, Kia, dude, that's actually so true. Invis first into then the cloaking device because of to start the potion cooldown faster. True. I don't think it would make a difference because you want to hold potions for the boss, but like the principle is definitely there. Pop early. I think I just always did the cloaking device first and got used to it, and if I changed for some reason like swapped it on live run, dude, I probably would have fucked it up, you know. So yeah, so here we did overpull. We pulled a hawk by a mistake, so we had 3 people die. But we have had so many clown fiestas in this room that we kind of learned how to deal with everyone fucking up. So we did have like, for instance, so we did have a Marshall, this guy on the hawk, and if he spin right now, probably a few people more would die, which would have cost us greatly. So so we get the tank, druid tank to pick it up, and we drag it out. And here the little paladin is trying to get threats and help out the druid, because tanking 3 is a lot of damage. So he's popping everything, wings and all, to try to help out as fast as possible. But yeah, so we're just gonna kill the squares, kill the marshal, obviously run out on whirlwind. It hits pretty hard. Then we it's basically the same. This is pretty boring IMO. if anyone has anything in specific they want to have pointed out, feel free. We always pull this down. You could possibly double pull this, but they drain mana, so it's a lot safer not to. I think we've also done some 3 pulls by mistake, but I think on PTR when we did that, we had a few people die, and we need a lot of uptime. So we did get the item there, pretty nice. But it's not really like a huge upgrade. I'm gonna have to send it because I did get these bracers, and using them both, I would swap up 2 items from my even leather set, which could be the difference for it to be worth. So here we pop a frozen rune, basically just to help out a bit. I did stay a bit too close to Alar when he spawned, because if the tank's taunt, you can see it there, if it resisted, he could have went onto me and hit me, and I probably would have died. That did happen once on PTR. So you definitely, like Xander is doing here, you do want to start outside the hit range from him. So I kind of move backwards and then into it again. Then we just blow our load. We get pretty lucky with the platforms. We only get this one and the one behind us, and it's going to go back and forth, transitioning 3 times from the starting point. So yeah. So for melee, this is just pretty simple nuking. You do want to stay close to the edge so that healers can target you in case you take some damage. Here I grief myself, and yeah, I get parried. I stand in front of the boss. Usually the tank runs through the boss. At least there I think he usually does. And I didn't notice that I was standing on the tanking side, because we had a 2-2 split. So I kind of griefed my DPS, but it's whatever. Then melee jumps down, because he's gonna explode when he dies. And then we just get ready for next phase. There's some downtime here. I don't have my fire rest totem binded, or even on my bars. So you are gonna see me go into spellbook trying to find it, which is like a Pepega moment. Everyone should have it ready, of course, all shamans in every group, to take a bit less damage here. But I did have it out on PTR. I just forgot to put it out on live as well. Can you guys hear the music? Seems like it stopped. Okay. We'll just skip a bit forward. But yeah, so here, Exploits dies while taunting during the charge to save, I guess, Tatsu or Fiancé. I'm not too sure. Wait. I guess I can check. Oh, I think actually it was sweeps, because he took like a small tick of damage, and the charge doesn't hit a lot. Yeah, okay, thank you, Mrs. Space. But yeah, so he taunts, because the follow-up melee is easily going to kill most people. He died to it, we just pick him up. And now what he tried to prevent is going to happen to me. So I'm going to get charged into an instant melee hit. And it's gonna 100-0 me. So here I'm gonna get healed up. I'm in melee, so that tank has no chance to react to it. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So this is oh you did. You had the debuff? That sucks, bro. I actually didn't notice you dying. I think I noticed when they arrest us that we were too dead. But yeah, so shit happens. Again, here I have Ankh. And I asked... Oh, yeah. True. Yeah, because I was like, why the fuck does that tank die? But yeah, he got pretty clapped. So maybe it was a bad call for him to taunt. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much, I guess. So I'm asking here if I should Ankh, because I kind of facepalm. But it's a pretty clear kill. We are gonna kill it no matter what. So again, we kind of weigh the options. Do I want this in case I die earlier on another boss, or if we have a scuffed pull and that could be the difference maker? We choose not to go for the Ankh. But look here, guys. The 1% could have made a difference and saved us some time. Because we have to wait for him to respawn before... yeah, so it could have been like probably 20-25 seconds saved there by me Anking. But we were anticipating maybe a more high value Ank later on, just in case anything got fucked. I think Seratu had taunt CD, so yeah. That makes sense, because Seratu probably insta taunted, right? But it happens. Like there either exploits dies or whoever got charged. And I mean, the tank exploits at that point in time really has a lower value to the raid, right? In terms of DPSing, because we basically don't need him to go hard. Parry haste, all our guide, hell yeah, bro. Can definitely put that out there. But yeah, so we focus the Smiths. We have the big guy off to the side, tanked by our Paladin tank. He's not a threat as long as we kick or stun this. So, or actually, I'll get to that later. But yeah, so we killed the one Smith, we sheep the other. We killed them both in succession, and then we just killed the Devastator. Really important that healers focus on topping everyone who's in melee range. So here we pulled with Banish on the mechanics, and it's basically just the same repeated. We just keep them banished all the time. Yeah, so for the mechanics... Wait, I actually don't know if it's this or if we have one more. I guess we have one more. Yeah. So for the mechanics, we also face it towards the raid, because when they throw the saw blades, they will face towards the target they are throwing it to. And there's obviously more people on this side than this side. There's only me and the Retri behind the guys. So it's gonna face towards the tank and not towards the melee. And we have a lasting chance to get parry, and we won't get blocked. I don't know if these guys block, but yeah. And also if they parry, we are the tank is going to take more damage due to parry haste. But yeah, here I see that I don't already have uptime on the Sentinel, so I run back and then in. I think that was a good call to make on the fly. I here get dropped to 3% HP. And listen, before the race, I've never done this in PTR, but before the race, I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't use my normal DPS flask, because that's only AP. Maybe I go Elixir of Agility, and then use a Fortitude Potion, the one you can see the top half of here, which gives you 250 HP. And also, I use this trinket, which gives you 36 stamina and arcane resistance. I don't think the arcane resistance... I don't think this is arcane, I think it's physical. But due to the 36 and also the 250 HP from that call alone, I live by 200. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I mean, I did have Ank, and I could have used Ank there. We probably wouldn't have, because it wouldn't be like a high value one. But yeah, so melee you definitely, and it's melee only, by the way, that mechanic. It's like knock up or whatever. You definitely want some tankiness here. Definitely. So yeah, so this is us just doing the same thing over and over and over. Then we are gonna go ahead and get on to loot Reaver. We're gonna have some downtime. This could have been faster for sure. And right now I could have swapped back to Flask, to be honest. There's nothing else that should kill me. Unless I pull threat or do something super Pepega. Yeah, so for me this is us just lusting tank group. What I should try to do, but I literally didn't have the access, focus, and like mental capacity at the moment, or in the moment. Whenever the group swaps comes out, and that's always gonna happen at the end of Bloodlust, I should twist one more time for the group, so that they all get the Wind Fury. And we are gonna then swap them into normal groups. And then I should like reapply my or start twisting again. So if any one of you guys do any like group swapping for this as an enhancement, you definitely want to try to twist just before that happens. But right here, like I don't know how well I timed it. I had like zero capacity to, or access capacity to do that. It's like a small min-maxing thing, but in the end, like it's very. It's not gonna be like a huge, big game-changing thing. It's just nice to do, I guess. Yeah, so we are just gonna clear this. As the boss is dead, we just run through the hallway again. All the trashes despawned. Here we are again doing a hunter skip. And using our boots and everything to get through faster. This is gonna be just us killing the Scryer first. Obviously that's the one that mind controls, so be aware. Legionnaires are... Like, I run out on the Whirlwind, but that's... like, I'm fully on autopilot there. The Legionnaires Whirlwind, like, you can totally stand on it. It doesn't do a lot of damage. So here we try to separate the Squires and the rest, so that we can seed off of it onto the Astromancers. And I do try to twist fire totems, AoE totems into the big pack for more damage, and also to help out with that, as I'm already in range to get hit by the cleaving that they do. Yeah, this is basically just going to be the same packs over and over. We do have one pack that's this one that gets kind of scuffy with the threats. Don't really know what happened there. Maybe the tank didn't get enough threat before we started damaging, but no specific issues there. So here I decide to use chicken. I should have used it on Vashj and Alar, I would say, maybe. but like it's an okay user. It splits, so not as big impact as I would like. But I know that KT is gonna be like a super low value chicken fight because there's so much interfacing and transitions between phases. So here we just blast everything. We are really pushing everything here because we do want only to have one split. If we had two splits, the race would be a lot closer. But yeah, so here we have assigned kickers for the heals on the priests, and we just passively cleave it. Like we don't use any energy on the priest except kicking, and then nuking Solarian. I did also swap into the wrong trinket, so when I press my cooldown here, it's not gonna pop. So I have to manually click it. I also get the thing here. I move it onto Tatsu by mistake. While this is happening, we do need to hit 20% here, and there's 5 seconds left. And I think we make it with like 1.5 seconds or something. Okay, 2 seconds. So the timing there was really nice. It was kind of weird because we usually have a bit more DPS there. We have like 5 to 10 seconds left, but it is what it is. Oh my god, did Exandria die again? Dude, he had such an unfortunate raid. He's been absolutely pumping in PTR. Like, some fights even topping the meters. Must feel really bad to have a bad day on the live run. Here we're just waiting for the path to come towards us. Whenever we see it, we use Invispot. There's no like pack or anything here within the next 10 minutes. That's going to be like super high value for pots. And also our cloaking devices on cooldown. Yeah, I did see that Beef Bar, they just skipped this pack entirely. I would assume that we didn't know it would impact anything, because we don't place any of the advisors up here, so it like this pack should never be a problem during the boss. So I just assumed that we didn't know we could skip it. I mean, we're kind of the skip gods, right? So I would assume we definitely would have if we could. But yeah, so this we just blast down. We try to like the whirlwinds from these guys hit really fucking hard. So melee, we're just pumping Skull and Crosshair, the knight and the, I guess it's 2 knights, right? Yeah. While casters are doing the back 2. And this is just gonna be the simple 3 times. Exandria again dies. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I feel so fucking bad for him. It's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate from Exandria though. But yeah, so this is just the same all the time. And here we're literally like on Discord, we're going, where's Beef Bar? And someone says they already pulled KT. And like the thinking was, do we have time to reapply food buff and get new soul stones and shit? So I sit down for food, I click the soul stone, they already pulled. So the tanks walk up and pull it while we're doing this. And you can see a lot of people are already drinking and getting food. So right now, I obviously can't speak for everyone in raid, but I would assume everyone is like, okay, now let's get to work, let's fucking get this done. Let's focus up and pump these fuckers. These fuckers. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. So we did get the communication that Beef Bar already pulled. So I think here Beef Bar is probably about like 20 seconds ahead of us. And they are pulling more, except for this phase. because this is single target, which our comp really excels at compared to Beef Bar, which is stacking a lot of Warlocks. So at this phase, we are slightly gaining some speed on them. On Copernican, they are, of course, they just have more casters, so they kind of get the win there. We kill the technician, or engineer, I mean. And right here, like the Warlock comp of Beef Bar is just blasting this. They're stacking everything, right? We take the axe to the side because it does a whirlwind that can hurt. So to try to be nice to everyone and the mages who are arcane explosioning and stuff, we try to be nice and take the Devastator to the off to the side. And right here, the Beef Bar in that phase, they should, like, they would pump a lot harder than us. But look at this, it's timed, so they don't actually gain anything from going hard AoE right there. And from the weapons phase, and especially phase 3 and onwards, that's where we just absolutely fucking obliterate them. They literally have no chance. So I tried to sync it up, and whenever we started phase 3, they still had like about 20 seconds on waiting for the next phase. So our single target to DPS really comes super clutch in. Yeah. So now we're just killing the Paladin first, or Thaladred first, with melee on Sanguinar, because like it's pretty risky for melee to go in on Thaladred. I've definitely died a few times to it on PTRs. So I play it very safe there. Now we just kill the Engineer, while we went melee onto Engineer and casters onto Copernican, while... or maybe casters even went Copernican before the Paladin. I don't know. But yeah, so here we're just fully nuking the boss. I'm thinking about at 70% or something, that's when Beef Bar gets into this phase. And even when they get into this phase, they still have the Engineer left. So like their AoE focused heavy AoE focused comp, really, like, it's obviously super fucking good. That's gonna be used in speedruns, super likely. But the single target here really blasts for us. Everyone is focusing boss. We know they are basically pulled at least before us, so we try to just go here. So we say fuck the Ags. The Paladin tank is doing keeping threat on the Phoenixes as best as it can. And there we like the timing for this was so fucking insane for us. We get the next phase. We literally have downtime for 30 seconds, as you can see up in the corner here. 30 seconds, nothing to do. So we just kill all the eggs. We get all the eggs in the transition. It's insane. Like the timing of it. Obviously there, as on the Striders, I weave in between the ticks. It's not like a steady damage. It's ticking, right? Every 3 seconds or whatever. Maybe 2. But yeah, so here we're just full sending it. Fuck everyone. We're gonna go. I definitely could have synced my weapons a lot sooner there. So I usually always just dive straight down behind the boss to the floor, then tap space like once to get just above it, so that I don't take damage from the end of the gravity lapse. Ziwu got Ziwu? Dude, I fuck up his name up all the time. He got really fucking low there. But healers pump, of course. So we just blast it. we get super excited, and we of course get some screaming.
I think it's gonna.
Oh, I still have 2 times. Maybe I go normal. I know. So we get the gravity lapse with 1 second left.
Is that well first?
Oh, and everyone is on Discord is absolutely screaming right now. We're so hyped. We assumed we get well first. It's too close to know definitely. So we do have to like confirm in logs to make sure. But yeah, that's world first, boys. It was pretty pug. And yeah, so that's it. We then res up the Pepega who died, of course. Shout out Hellspawn. I got my 3rd subscriber ever on Twitch. By the way, Twitch Prime. No, I'm kidding. Pretty pug. A lot of people watching the run. I was super nervous. It felt nice though. What the fuck am I doing? For me, it's Bergen. Bergen were first. Do you mean Bergen first or what? Yeah. So, and there you have it, guys. Now we're gonna line up for a photo. For some reason, Tatsu is like looking towards me, so all the pictures we have is him looking at me. I wonder if it's the static chargey thing from Solarium that I gave him. But he's probably super AFK here and just having fun with the boys in his Twitch or whatever. My accent changes, yeah, probably. Like in between when I'm focusing on what's happening on screen, and like when I kind of think about what I'm saying, my pronunciation, you know. But yeah, so it was like the run in it. We definitely had some deaths. We definitely had some deaths. But overall, it was pretty clean, to be honest. I think everyone in the guild was... Rewatch it when you say the... on this? Like on the VOD, do you mean? But yeah, I think... okay, I'll get to it. I think we were all pretty happy with the run. Yeah, like everyone has been super fucking happy on Discord. I literally, so we killed at 314. I was so fucking hyped after getting rated with 700 viewers, and I'm usually like a 2 to 5 viewer Andy. And my first real raid with progress with the top guild. And also, yeah, like everything, I was so fucking nervous, and yeah, it was amazing, guys. It was pretty nice, and everyone in the guild was super fucking hyped. Yeah, I think the feeling for the race was overwhelmingly positive. We definitely could have done things better, but we were just so happy to make the world first and win it for the guild, you know. Thank you for watching. If you are still interested in more content to come, I am gonna make some more high value videos and more edited, and it's gonna be more yeah, you know. I will very much appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel, leave comments, any feedback. I'm pretty new at this, so please leave your feedback down in the comments below. And again, I just want to remind you that you can find the link to my Discord in the description below as well. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate you. Make sure to catch me over on Twitch, where I go by Straw, of course, again. Description down below, of course. And thank you for watching. Bye.